Have you ever felt that someone you care about is pulling away? Initially, they seem to always have time for you, give you compliments, and make a big deal about special attention. Now, however, it feels like they are pulling away, talking less, having short conversations, and not trying to make you feel appreciated. It is a very sad situation. You might feel like nobody notices you. You may even ask, "Do you matter?" or ponder what went wrong. Feeling less important can hurl you into a strongly emotional state and hurt your confidence, making you even doubt everything about your relationship. The truth of the matter is, it is not about what you did or didn't do. Often it simply boils down to an old idea called the law of diminishing returns. The reason why people forget things or people after some time is that it's no longer new. This is one reason why most relationships flounder. The good news is you can change things with one simple trick that has already helped thousands of women in this situation. When a person stops valuing you, it really hurts. It is easy to make mistakes such as trying too hard to get their attention again, changing who you are to please them, or begging for the love and respect you should have, but aren't getting. The sad truth is that none of these things work. Think about Genesis's story. She was in a 3-year relationship that started pretty well. However, over time, her boyfriend Jake became more distant and uninterested. He stopped starting conversations. It seemed he didn't care about their plans either. Genesis did everything. She texted him lots of times, made his favorite meals to make him happy, and even avoided talking about any problems to keep things calm. Sadly, the effect was that Jake drifted away both emotionally and physically. Why? Because trying harder usually sends the wrong message. It shows that you really want their approval and that you are willing to do too much to make up for their lack of effort in the relationship. This does not create feelings of value or importance. This actually reinforces their perception that they do not have to do anything themselves to maintain the relationship. This is frustrating and quite unfair. But here is where the situation can become better. This doesn't mean doing the same thing differently. It is about fewer of the right things. That is what this technique is called, the mirror effect, to have a positive reflection of respect. It does this through a simple fact about human psychology. Here's how. Number 1, stop playing the chase game. Do not stay waiting for him to call you out when he leaves you after a fight. Give the guy space without suffocating him. Use such time to do something meaningful. Start a workout session, read a book, or hang out with a friend. You are showing everyone that you are confident in what you are doing. It is not fun. It is boundaries. If he cares about you, then he'll see the change and will get in touch. He will feel trapped from the chase, but his taking care of his life will draw attention. Take care of your self-respect. Number 2, mimic his mannerisms. Correspond his comportment to retain balance. If he's investing less effort, don't overcompensate. For instance, if it takes him hours to reply to your text, don't instantly respond when he finally does. Take your time too. This isn't about being petty. It's about setting a rhythm that feels equitable. If he cancels plans at the last moment, don't reorganize your whole schedule to accommodate him. Keep your plans the same and let him change next time. You make fairness by copying what he does. It builds respect between you and tells him that your time and effort matter just as much as his. Number 3, mystery and excitement. Talk about your life, but keep him curious. Do things you love, but don't discuss everything. If he asks what you did over the weekend, say, "I had a great time catching up with friends." Don't tell him all the details or explain each moment. Share a photo of a new hobby or an event without tagging him in all of them. This makes him curious. He may think about what you are doing and why you aren't like he expected. A little mystery keeps things new and interesting. This reminds him that there will always be something new he learns about you. The psychology behind the mirror effect. The mirror effect works because it breaks the expected dynamics of a relationship. When you stop giving too much and start mirroring him, it triggers two significant psychological responses. Number 1, loss aversion. People do not like giving up things they think they already have. If he feels that you are not as present or interested anymore, he will feel a loss. This often makes people rethink what is important to them. Number 2, scarcity principle. The less something is, the more people want it. So by putting yourself first and carving a little space, you establish that your attention is important, not something he can always expect. Let's go back to Genesis. After knowing about the mirror effect, she decided to try it out. Instead of texting Jake every time, she matched his response. When he was taking a lot of time to reply, she was doing the same. She also started going to the gym, reconnected with friends, and did the hobbies she had left behind. At first, Jake seemed not to care, but after 2 weeks, he started texting more often again, asking her how her day had been and planning date nights again. Why? Genesis changed the situation. She reminded Jake that her preference was a special thing, not something he could take for granted. A study by a group of researchers who published in the Journal of Relationship Dynamics has examined how people perceive the value of their partner and its implications for commitment. Spouses who were more cognizant of the value of their partner's independence and confidence were more likely to display emotional commitment to their relationship. Jessica is an effective life coach who helps so many women who face relationship problems. She told a story of one client named Maria, whose partner began to show her less appreciation. By focusing more on her interests and less on love, Maria created a situation where her partner started showing appreciation and effort, thus re-equilibrating their relationship. These images show that the mirror approach is not about manipulation or control. It changes how initiative and attention are distributed to promote mutual respect. Here's a very simple guide to the mirror effect. Number 1, recognize inequality. Take a step back and assess your relationship. Are you always the one planning, creating conversations, or expressing love first? So be it. That is an imbalance that needs fixing. Number 2, use your gestures wisely. Do not ignore people or try to control them. Improve yourself by doing things that make you happy, like trying new hobbies, exercising, or spending time with friends. Number 3, cultivate self-improvement. Learning of one's passions alone is crucial, as independence breeds curiosity. Patience is essential, even though drawing attention away is awkward at first. Number 4, record changes with consistency. Small changes in behavior will arise, such as reaching out, soliciting plans, or even spending time together. Stick to the plan, and balance can develop. What if it doesn't work? Now, let's discuss the big issue. What if he doesn't respond kindly? Relationships can be complicated, but this approach is most effective if both parties show affection. His lack of appreciation could mean more than you'd imagine, so consider whether this satisfies your requirements. The point isn't just attention, it's to make you feel valued, loved, and respected. You will be sad and angry if he loses interest, but to chase him or try too hard only makes things worse. So, take a break, think about your worth, and let the process work for you. It has transformed many relationships simply because this little change in thinking has helped to recall their own value. You need a partner who recognizes this value, and sometimes just creating a little space will help them realize what they have been overlooking. So do that today. Take back the power. Focus on yourself first, or happiness first. Then watch what happens.